In this video, I'll be talking about 7 deals, 7 properties we've recently bought and giving you tips and tricks, education on why we bought them and key features so that you can also look at similar properties. There's nothing quite like seeing good examples in front of you if you yourself are trying to buy good properties. Okay, so if you are trying to buy good investment properties, you want to learn how to find good investment properties, then keep watching. My name's PK and I help people build passive income and wealth through the Property Investment Accelerator program using data without needing a $15,000 buyer's agent every single time. This channel exists to help you get ahead through real estate in Australia. If that's what you want to do, then hit the subscribe button and give it a like. That would be super valuable for me. Let's get into it. So all that I'm going to present to you, as you can see, is from my Facebook group. Okay, so it's been verified. There's almost 13,000 people who will pull me up if there's any fibs or if there's anything untrue here. So it's completely verified. And look, I'm all about transparency. Join the group if you want. See these deals, interact with my clients for yourself, and get ahead in your education. Let's go to the first one. All right, so the first one, positive cash flow property in Perth, 6.2% yield. Let me just say 6.2% yield means that there are thousands of dollars coming in your pocket after all expenses. Sometimes people say, is positive cash flow after all expenses? Yes, it is. Council rates, even accounting for vacancy, accounting for property management fees, insurance, etc., 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 everything. Okay, so obviously yield is not alone what you should go for. You should go for growth and solid fundamentals. And the great thing is that this client, you can see they're tagged. I always tag all my clients. It improves transparency, and that way you just see that real people are achieving real results. So the purchase price was $381. He got $5,000 during the conditional phase. Okay, so you can negotiate through the conditional phase. That means that once it's under contract, you can still negotiate after that. Okay, don't miss out on money after that. To buy this, he only needed less than $75,000. Okay, you don't need to be a millionaire to invest in property. You don't need $100K in the bank. So all he needed. The rent is $450, so hence the fantastic yield. Okay, positive cash flow. The vacancy rate is 0.58%. I mean, just really good block size. You never want to buy a property that's on a tiny block, or more importantly, a low value block. So 618 is really good. Build quality brick. He didn't use a buyer's agent at all, and he bought this over in Perth from Sydney. Okay, didn't catch any flights, had all local due diligence done. It's not like we bought it unseen. And he's completely self-sufficient to do this again. Okay, guys, so have a look at these pictures. You can see that this is a really nice property. You know, somewhere that most of us would probably not mind living in. Really beautiful brick home, nice patio, entertaining area, backyard, can't go wrong. Let's go to the next property. So this client, actually, Ajay, he bought 3 interstate properties in 8 months. So once again, if you're in Sydney, Melbourne thinking, I want to buy cheaper properties, too expensive here, you can do it. Okay, and once again, he didn't use a buyer's agent, and that's how he was able to save, you know, basically $30,000 to $40,000 in buyer's agent fees, because he did it all himself in very little time. He bought from Sydney in a regional Victorian city. And the great thing is he's got this under market value and off market. So you might wonder, how can it be under market value? I mean, the market value is what you pay for, right? That's true if everyone pays that, but if you're the anomaly, if everyone is paying $1 for a can of Coke, but you're able to get one for 80 cents, then that is 20% under market value. Okay, if everyone starts paying 80 cents for these types of properties, so to speak, then it's not under market value. And you can tell from the comparable sales. And he got this off market, so it wasn't on real estate or domain. He just made a few phone calls to a local agent. He didn't need a fancy buyer's agent to have 10 years of quote unquote relationships with an agent. You know, just being a nice guy goes a long way. Just didn't go on real estate or domain. He got it for 410, valuation was 425. Like I said, not on real estate or domain. Total funds required less than $80,000. Rent $430. Okay, so once again, positive cash flow. Vacancy rate's even better. A vacancy rate's so important, guys. Some people say that you need a 3% vacancy rate or less. In my mind, anything over 2% is not a balanced market. We want it to be less than 2%. And tremendous block size. You can see here, 832. So once again, no buyer's agent used. He bought this from Sydney and he bought this in regional Victoria. Have a look at this cute little house, right? Really nice. Once again, brick. You just can't go wrong with these sort of solid fundamental properties in your portfolio. The next one, positive cash flow deal in Queensland. I made a point here to say interest rate rise proof. And the reason I said that is even if interest rates go up a whole 1%, in the next year or two, this is still going to remain positive cash flow. And it's only 9 years old. So the newer the property, the better your depreciation or tax benefits. I've talked about that before. Tax is only a side benefit. It's not the reason we should invest in properties. A lot of property investment firms trying to pitch you house and land packages saying positive cash flow based on depreciation and tax rules. Guys, that's just marketing spin. I've talked about that in other videos, but still, it's a good thing to have relatively newer properties if you can find them. 0% vacancy rate. I said no typo, and a few people question me about this as well. That really means that there's nothing for rent. Okay, as soon as something comes on for rent, the same day it's rented. And I mean, you can't get much better than that. So once again, Lakshmi, she's bought 3 properties over the last, I would say a year. So therefore, she saved $45,000 in buyer's agent fees, 15,000 times 3. This one was $332,000. Didn't require more than $40,000 to buy this. Okay, so if you've got $40,000, once again, you can become a property investor. Rent $370, so really good arbitrage there. This was also off market, wasn't on real estate and domain. Once again, no secret sauce, right? You don't need to go to a buyer's agent to get off market deals. Just build a good relationship over the phone with a couple of really good agents. It's not hard. Brick, 600 square meters in terms of block size. She lives in Sydney. She bought this in Queensland, not in a flood zone, don't worry. Yeah, and have a look at these photos. You can see, new-ish property, big backyard for the kids, trampoline, easily rentable. Just, nothing special. Nothing special. Just a really good, solid property that over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, it's just going to be more of a cash cow. Go up, and also rents go up, build wealth and passive income. Let's go to the next one. So this is off market. Once again, off market. Like, why would someone sell a property off market? Why wouldn't they put it on real estate or domain? Because they might be private people. They might be going through some sort of financial circumstance, which leads them to sell it really quickly. Maybe they don't want to pay the advertising fee. There's a million different reasons, and we basically make the most of that as buyers, because if it's off market, there's no competition, right? Once again, interest rate proof, 5.9% yield, fully renovated, Queensland growth suburb, growth suburb. This is not just high yield. This is growing real quick. And once again, not in a flood zone. Once again, no buyer's agent used here for Benny. $330,000 purchase price. Needed less than $50,000 to get there. Rent per week was $370. So positive cash flow. Not on domain or real estate. Vacancy, whenever you see a vacancy rate like this, you know that rents will rise and therefore prices will rise. Rents, in many instances, not always, when they rise, they're a precursor to capital growth. So if you're seeing rents rise in a particular area that you're looking at, it's a good chance that capital growth will continue to perform. Huge block, 892 square meters, once again, tick, 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 tick. And you can see here, of course, these photos are a bit photoshopped, I would say, that this sort of beautiful sunset and all that kind of thing. But once again, you just can't go wrong with this type of property. The next one here, 3 properties in 10 months. This is from Sham. Once again, all these clients are tagged. You can check them out, join my group, interact with them. 6.1% yield, fully renovated, Queensland suburb. Once again, don't freak out. Queensland doesn't all flood. Okay, so relax on that point. 360,000 total funds required, under 60. Rent 420. So once again, thousands of dollars in positive cash flow. Low vacancy rate. And Sham is from Melbourne. Once again, all the due diligence is done remotely with our people on the ground, property managers. They're completely free of cost. You didn't catch any flights. And here we go. Here we go. Sometimes people ask, is it okay to buy properties with trees and things? Completely fine. Just ask the local property manager whether it's the type of tree where the roots will get into the drainage and mess with your plumbing. If it's not that kind of tree, it's completely fine to buy a house like that. So you can see these houses are inexpensive, but it's not like they're trashy. These are in good areas, and I should add that they're not in whoop whoop, okay? It's not like they're in cities with a population of less than 30, 50,000 people. These are in big towns, big cities in, well, this one, Queensland. Next one, once again, huge yield. You just can't go wrong through the cycle with a 6.3% yield. I know a lot of you keep putting in offers and keep missing out because it's such a hot market. But if you know how to do that actually with the right legal expertise, with the right negotiation skills, which is pretty easy to learn. For example, in this one, Kaushal, who I've tagged here, he made one offer and he got one property under contract. Okay, no messing around. You don't need to mess around. You can buy properties quickly if you know what you're doing. Once again, fully renovated inside, purchase price $320,000. Under 60,000 required to buy it. $390 per week is the rent. Vacancy rate very good. Block size huge at 756. He bought this interstate from Melbourne. Once again, you can see that this has been recently renovated inside. Beautiful paint job. Good. Well, this is obviously the tenant's furniture, but good property. You can't say that it's cheap for a reason. Okay, it's good value is how I'd say it. Last property, once again, fully renovated. You don't need to buy brand new properties, guys, if you're looking for low maintenance. Fully renovated, established houses are, in my mind, the best types of properties to buy. I've talked about that before. But yeah, you're not getting ripped off by a property investment company, and at the same time, you're getting good rent and low maintenance. Bottom of the cycle suburb, yes, they still exist. You can still find these types of suburbs that haven't already grown by 30-40%, right? You can still find them. And now Stephen here, who I've tagged, is looking for a second property because he's fully confident. Like, he's bought this without a buyer's agent. Once again, interstate. He bought this one in Perth. He lives in Sydney. Bought it for $350, required less than 70 of his own money, $400 a week in rent, vacancy rate less than 0.5%, good block size. And once again, check this out. Just nothing wrong with this property. Beautiful bathroom, good kids area at the back, good kitchen, and just no nothing wrong that can happen in these properties, even though it's 5,000 miles away from where he is, in Perth, he's in Sydney. He's easy to maintain, low maintenance, low cost properties. So guys, the reason I wanted to share you these deals is to enthuse you. These are out there, anyone can buy them. B, to inspire you. These are just normal people. These are people who, probably just like you, are watching my YouTube videos before and were like, I struggle at buying investment properties, and now they've done it and bought really good ones. And C, or number 3, to educate you. I've gone through some bits and bobs on what to look for, what not to look for. But hopefully this kind of just, you can't be what you can't see. Hopefully you've seen this and now you have your sort of laser focus on achieving this, because all it requires is 3 to 5 of these types of properties. Let them marinate for 10 to 15 years. There you have your exit strategy, retirement plan. My name's PK. Hopefully this brought you value. If it did, and if you want me to do more of these videos on a monthly basis, share our latest deals. And these aren't cherry-picked. You can go into my group. I post one deal every 2 days for the last 3 years. That's hundreds of deals. Join the Facebook group. Let me know by leaving a comment yes below if you want more of these types of videos. And, try to do this yourself for free first before you enroll in my program or whatever. I provide 300 free educational videos right here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. But if you do want me to help, I'll leave links below. My name's PK. Catch you later, guys. Bye.